just don't ever get wrapped around your age. And you're gonna hear people tell you what you should and shouldn't do. You know, I think we should out there, we should always be pushing ourselves, always be challenging ourselves, always growing as a person, as an athlete, as a father, as a mother, as a worker, you know, whatever it is you're doing in your job, you know, always trying to grow and expand. And you know, fuck it, I want to live forever. No, I'm not going to, but I'm gonna do my best to not just get through life, but fucking, you know, get after life. Here we go. So, it's been a minute. We're gonna do a Operation LFG, look, feel good, let's fucking go, whatever you wanna call it. My program that I have designed for people who, you know, just wanna be in good shape, they wanna look fit, they wanna be fit, they wanna beat their kids at sports still. This is kinda how I schedule most of my days, my training now. I'll flip back and forth between what I start with, if it's whether it's strength or whether it's conditioning. Today we're gonna start off with some strength. I still wanna be strong in some of my compound lifting. I hate when people say that when you get to a certain age, you know, you shouldn't be doing deadlifts, you shouldn't be doing squats, you shouldn't be doing power, Olympic weightlifting, power cleans, snatches, things like that. And it's like, why not? You don't wanna be athletic anymore, you don't wanna be explosive anymore, you don't wanna be strong anymore. I think it's actually important for people in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, doing these types of movements, because it's going to keep, you know, you're gonna have better balance, you're gonna be stronger, you're gonna be able to be more active, which is gonna keep you healthier in the long run. So I think there is obviously a structure for it. You know, you don't have to go crazy high volume, you don't have to go crazy high intensity, but you definitely still wanna keep the muscles firing that are important to everyday life, right? We squat down to a toilet. We have to pick our kids up we have to pick things up off the floor. So people who say you don't want to do those types of lifts are, in my mind, very naive to the fact that a lot of these movements are how we actually move throughout the day. So yeah, we're gonna start off with some strength. Again, some deadlifting. I always do dead stop deadlifting. I don't like bouncing it. More so, if I'm bouncing a deadlift, it's for a workout of some sort that's more conditioning than actually strength building. So when I do my strength, I always do dead stop deadlifts, which is basically where you just reset between each rep. So I kind of have this is more of a pull back focus today. And in these LFG workouts, you know, you're gonna get a pushing day, vertical and horizontal pushing. So bench press and shoulder press, things like that. You're gonna have I do more of a chest day, a shoulders day, and then I'm gonna have your back day, which is like your deadlifting, your rows, your pull downs, your back extensions, which is what today is. Then you're gonna have your leg day, and there's typically a higher volume leg day and then a lower volume leg day, you know, where we kind of differentiate between squatting, deadlifting, front squatting, things like that. So yeah, it's a great all-around program. People are loving it. I'm loving the feedback that I'm getting from the program. So yeah, this is what a day looks like. Again, you know, there's no age restriction on this. You could be in your 20s and just wanting to be fit for life, or you could be in your 40s and, you know, still just trying to maintain what you have done in the past. So great all-around program. I have a little competition I'm getting ready to go to in Italy. When this comes out, I'll actually probably have already been there. One of the workouts that came out, you know, I'm just gonna do like a couple rounds of a couple intervals of the actual workout, which is 3 rounds. I think it's 21, I actually think it's 15 calorie row, 9 burpee over the rower, 15 overhead squats at 115. But I'm gonna do 21 calorie row, 9 burpee over the rower, 15 overhead squats at 115 for 3 rounds, rest 3 minutes, and then repeat it. You know, I don't put overhead squatting too often in this program, but I don't think it's a bad thing, especially since you're going light. I would definitely program this. And again, any of these workouts that we program on LFG, we have substitutes, we have scaling options. It's all percentage based. It's not like there's like, oh, here's the RX version. Here, the RX version is a percentage, but doesn't mean that you have to do it. Again, because this is for nothing other than yourself to be better, fitter, stronger. So, one thing I like to talk about when it comes to working out is it's for you, it's for no one else. I have to tell my sons this sometimes, all right? Like these, when I tell you, hey, this is what I want you to do, it's not for me, it's for you. And so if you decide not to do it or decide to go, put in less effort, you're not hurting me, you're hurting yourself. So just remember, working out is for you, it's for no one else. And, what you put into the gym, no one can take from you. No, it's yours forever, right? You can't buy your fitness, you can't buy your strength, you can't buy your health, right? You have to go in and put the work in. And so that's what I love about working out and fitness, right? It's like it's yours and you get to go and put in the effort that you want to put in. So Operation LFG, go give it a shot. I'll show you what a day looks like. Let's go. Get the blood flowing, get some muscles firing, and then we'll get into our deadlifting. I always start off with a little rolling out, getting my glutes, kind of getting any sticking points in there. Open up. I do the same warm up every time with a band. I hit my lunge, kind of open up my hips, right? Just touching that elbow. I gotta stand up here. Ooh. Hit some good mornings. We went and played football at the field, and I was like running routes, and my legs are smoked. I was kind of shocked at how few little sprint runs I had to do and how tight my legs got, or sore my legs got from it. But I haven't really ran since knee surgery, so. Hitting hips and shoulders just a little bit, get them loose, get them stretched, get some mobility action in them. Especially since I'm doing overhead squats today. What I used to do a lot when I was competing and doing a lot of overhead squats is I would just get into the bottom position and get my hands closer and closer. And not even with, you don't have to start with weight. You can start with a broomstick. You can start with a PVC pipe, but just getting in that position down below and sitting there and just kind of pushing that bar back. Come on up. All right, now move my hands a little bit closer. Get my side steps in, get my legs firing now for my deadlifts, get my hamstrings, glutes firing. All right, these side steps. Take about 20 each side. Go 10 at a time, doesn't matter. Long time. Time for a new one, I think. Nah, I'll use it till it breaks. Getting close though. Glutes and hamstrings are firing. Wake up the central nervous system, right? So I'll do a little bit of, I'll do a couple calorie row, couple bike, wake the body up, maybe do a few push-ups, air squats. So we're going 5x5 today. So we'll be up at like just under 80%-ish. Normally about 5x5, you want to stick around 75, 77%. If it's feeling good, maybe go a little heavier. But yeah, for fives, I'm typically around that percentage. So we'll see how it feels today. So I think that for me would be close to 405, I think. Oh, 375 actually. So warming up for this, I'll just kind of make bigger jumps. 155, 265, probably 335, 375. I'll probably go a touch above my working weight and come back down and hit it So see how it feels today. A lot of reds, you know? You have to use the reds. We're already at 355. Let's go. I think, right? 55, 265. Yeah, 355. The red, I'm normally a blue guy, right? I normally just blue. Like 135, 225, 315, 405. Reds, I was never that strong. I always stay blue. 265 felt good. Let's see how this one feels. This one hopefully feels good too. Yeah, that felt pretty good. Knees feeling a lot better, which is always good. So if I can back squat 385, I sure as shit should be able to deadlift 405, right? Right? No belt, no cheater belt, no hiding anything. And they're not cheater belts. That felt pretty good. All right, I'll go up one more just for funsies. But when you do hook grip, heavy deads, those thumbs, you gotta have strong thumbs. As me and my buddies used to always say, fuck thumbs. So when we go back down to our working weight, I'll use straps. And there's nothing wrong with it, right? Because really what you're trying to get strong here is your posterior chain, right? Your low back, your glutes, your hamstrings. So there's nothing wrong with it. I like playing back and forth with a belt, without a belt too. I think that's being able to use a belt, right? When you really want to focus on your posterior chain, and then when you want to focus on your core as well, take the belt off. I do both, and I don't think there's anything wrong with either. It's going to help both ways, right? Depending on really what you want to focus on that day. I felt good today. That definitely felt pretty light. I could probably get up to 445-ish, but we good. Let's save it for another day. For dead stop deadlifts, clips will help so that the weights don't shift around on you between reps. I don't like to clip, but they're extra weight that don't count. My hands aren't as in shape. I did a bunch of toes to bar and then pull-ups, and so with the heat out here right now, your hands get a little soft. Once you get into your working sets, it's gonna go a little faster. I try to only rest about 90 seconds between rounds. So 5x5, shouldn't be that long. Into our other accessory stuff that we'll move through pretty quick before we get into our workout. So you can get these workouts done typically, right around an hour. When I'm crunched for time, right, I'm taking less rest. That's all it is. And I tend to move more efficient, obviously, when I know I have to be done by a certain amount of time. When I don't have shit going on, I'll drag these out, and that's on me. It's not on the actual how much volume there is. It's just me dilly-dallying, picking up my phone when I shouldn't be picking up my phone, kind of shit. So, yeah. Let's get to it. That first set felt pretty good. I don't feel like I need a belt just yet, so I'll probably stick with that one today. If it starts to feel tough and sticky, I'll throw it on. Like I said, no issues with either, right? I think that strengthening your core along with your posterior chain is always a good thing. So, I go back and forth. And especially if I'm trying to actually just do conditioning with deadlifting, which I don't do that often anymore, but I'll definitely throw a belt on. It's you're just gonna move faster, right? Get your heart rate up higher. Some of the things I think about when I'm deadlifting: getting a big belly breath, bracing, pulling the slack out of the bar, basically feeling the weight before I'm actually trying to pull the weight off the floor, pressing my feet through the floor and not pulling the weight up. Keeping that neutral spine and really driving through the floor, squeezing your glutes and hamstrings, and just really push the floor away, but feeling that slack, like you shouldn't feel the weight as you first start to pull. Basically pulling yourself into position with the weight. Now you feel the weight, now you stand up. And keeping those arms relaxed and just using my legs to drive through the floor. Keeping those feet rooted in the ground, right? Not getting to your toes. The sole purpose of this weight is to pull me forward. And if I can keep the weight back, keep the weight in the midfoot, heels planted, and not get to my toes, the weight's gonna feel a million times better than if I allow that weight to do its job and pull me forward, right? It's gonna feel so much heavier than it should feel. This actually feels pretty light to where probably could have went up maybe 385, 395. But hey, you know, it's okay. You don't always have to be like trying to hit the most you can hit. Sometimes it's just you know, hey, let's just maintain, or let's just you know, stay in good positions. Really feel those good positions. Yeah, that's all lifting weights is how good can you stay in your position while moving through the motion. You know, with load. That's all it is. All lifting is staying in good positions. Last set, best set, baby. Let's go. All day. That felt good. All right. Into some barbell rows. It's nice. You don't have to change too much real quick. You know, upper back strength, one of my favorites. You know, you can do a couple different versions, right? Palms up, right? Palms down. I like to change it up. So this week, I think I should be at, I feel like last week I did palms down. So I'm gonna go palms up this week, you know? See if I can hit some different muscles. But this is a great, you know, upper back building exercise. I wish I would have done a lot more when I was training for CrossFit. And, you know, my upper back strength, I felt like was something I lacked a little bit. So this is a good one. You know, typically right now I'm doing more so sets of like 8 to 12 reps. Really feeling that upper back, kind of trying to stay out of my arms as much as I can. You're gonna hit your arms, it is what it is. But, you know, get that good down and back squeeze with that upper back. Good. Again, this is another place you could use straps, right? Because you're actually trying to focus on the back muscles and not the arms. And this helps you relax your arms when you use straps. So we'll go straps again on this one. I felt my shoulder a little bit on that. I have a little, one of these small little muscle groups back there. You're like spinatus is one of your spinatus, super spinatus. I feel a little bit right now, so I'm gonna switch my grip to palms down and see if it helps. You can actually stand on a plate. It gives you a little bit more range of motion. I don't know if you noticed on that last set, I'm really trying to let the, get that full stretch at the bottom. Let the muscles really stretch as much as possible and then pull, right? And try using as little momentum as possible. You know, it's not, you're not gonna take it out 100%, but you know, really just trying to focus on not like pulling up with your, like up, like actually like standing up and pulling, but like pulling with that back muscle, but letting it stretch also. So if you add something to stand on, gives you a little bit more range. Keep your ego out of these lifts, right? You know, like that time I felt like I was really using a little bit more momentum than I wanted to. So drop the weight a little bit. You're trying to actually target muscle groups here. You know, being able to do cable's great. It's not necessary. You can do chest supported dumbbell rows. So there's a lot of different ways, or use bands if you only got bands. Actually, I've done this plenty of times where I'm traveling, I'll bring a band and do rows, attach it to some structure of something supported, and just do some seated rows. So a lot of easy ways to do this. But you know, having a cable machine is nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, on this last part of the isolation strength portion of the workout, is I'm gonna superset lat pull downs, which again, some people don't have that machine. Always you could use a band. If you don't, that's another way. And if you don't have a lat machine, pull-ups, right? It's the exact same thing. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna superset pull-ups with lat pull downs to really hit the muscle groups. And we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be really actually pretty taxing since it's basically the same movement back to back. But I kind of like doing that, really fatiguing the muscle, taking 90 seconds off and doing it for 3 sets. So it's gonna be 3 sets basically. I'm gonna do weighted pull-ups, 8 pull-ups, and then about 10 to 12 lat pull downs, lighter, a little bit lighter. My pull downs will be neutral grip, and then my pull-ups will be normal grip pull-ups. And so that will target a little bit different parts of the back. All right, on to the conditioning part of the workout. Again, you can move through this a lot faster right now. Doing a lot of talking, doing a lot of dilly-dallying, but you know, you can definitely move through this faster than what I'm doing right now. But yeah, so 3 rounds, 21, 15, 9, 21 calorie row, 9 burpee over the rower. The first set I'm gonna do it bar facing, or rower facing. And the second set the second time through, I'm gonna do it laterally. And then 15 overhead squats at 115. This is a part of a workout that I'm gonna do in Italy, in the Italian competition I'm going to right now. So just trying to play with it, see how it feels. Haven't done overhead squats in a while, probably since we did the went to Team Coda. So yeah, this should feel all right. I've been trying to stretch out my shoulders a little bit. This is a little longer than the actual workout I'll be doing because it's gonna be 15 calorie row, 9 burpees, 15 overhead squats, 3 rounds. So I'm gonna do 21 calorie row, 9 burpee, 15 overhead squats, 3 rounds, rest 3 minutes, 3 more rounds. But in my head, I would think the pace should be right around 2.5 minutes a round. So is that 7.5 minutes? 7.5 minutes per workout. So yeah, we'll see. In my head. Here we go. So I think this first set I'm gonna go 21, and then the second set I'm gonna do 15 calorie row, just to kind of more so feel the workout, and I'll be tired. So I'll do 21, 9, 15 on this first round, or first 3 rounds, rest 3 minutes, and it's gonna be 15, 9, 15, 3 rounds to actually feel it. That's good. That was good. Really fun. Yeah, we'll see how lateral burpees go, and only doing 15 calories. We'll definitely knock about 45 seconds off. What was that, 722?
706.
706, okay.
706. Hopefully, yeah, around 6-ish, 6:15. With a lateral burpee, it should be faster too. So, yeah, I don't know what the standard's gonna be, so this will be good. Overhead squats, you know, if I didn't get them in great positions off the bat. It took me a few reps to find that good position, but I got another 45 more to clean it up, you know. All right, second set, let's go. Second verse, same as the first, except for slightly different. All right, 10 seconds. That was dirty. Oh, that was good. So yeah, we'll see how it goes in Italy. That was fun. You know, I don't know how they'll do it with the burpees. Lateral is gonna be a lot faster. But if they do rower facing, that's fine too. It'll be a fun workout. You know, the 15 calorie rows. What you realize is you don't really have to go. The rower is not where you're gonna make your time. It's your burpees and your overhead squats. How fast do you pick up the bar? How fast do you squat? How fast do you keep doing your burpees? You know, the difference between like a 1400 calorie an hour pace and a 1260 is like 1 second. So, but the output is so much different, right? 1400 calories an hour gets my heart rate up a lot more than a 1260, but I'm only getting 1 second from the calories, so it doesn't really matter. I can make that time up plus a lot more if I go a little slower on the rower and pick up my pace on the burpees and overhead squats. The rower is not where you make your money, you know, but you know, that's just stuff you learn as being an athlete, as doing this shit competitively for so long. So it'll be fun. I'm excited for Italy. Hope you guys tune in. I don't know how you watch. I'm not sure if they have anything or not, but I'll be trying to keep up with content on my phone, on my stories and shit. So yeah. Yeah, you're never too old to go out and fucking challenge yourself, right? To go do these movements, right? Stay strong in compound movements like deadlift, squatting, power cleans, overhead squats, right? You know, go sign up for a local 5K run, push yourself, you know, give yourself a goal to work towards here and there. It doesn't have to be often. You know, we're all busy people. Everyone's got jobs, kids, families, friends, things they have to, you know, have obligations. But there's nothing wrong with going out there and giving yourself something to shoot for. So I'm excited to do this Italy competition. I haven't done a competition besides the Rogue one in a long time. So, you know, put myself out there. It was fun. They reached out. I said, sure, I'll come out to Italy. I'll have some pizza and some spaghetti and then, you know, throw down. So just don't ever get wrapped around your age and you're gonna hear people tell you what you should and shouldn't do. You know, I think we should out there, we should always be pushing ourselves, always be challenging ourselves, always growing as a person, as an athlete, as a father, as a mother, as a worker, you know, whatever it is you're doing in your job, you know, always trying to grow and expand. And you know, fuck it, I want to live forever. No, I'm not going to, but I'm gonna do my best to not just get through life, but fucking, you know, get after life, you know. So I don't want to get through life, I want to get after life. So there you go, new quote. It's coming at you every fucking time. Don't get through life, get after life. So we're gonna end on that note. So like, subscribe, do the thing, and as always, don't forget to pay the man.